calling all veterans, all disabled veterans that are trying to live or make a life for yourself overseas so that your quality of life improves and you can still take advantage of your disability income. So, as many of you know, the Queenfish and I moved to Bangkok, Thailand, back at the end of January. And we had no intentions that our channel was going to blow up like it did. Shout out to Isaiah Ashley. If you don't follow him, y'all follow and look up Isaiah Ashley Show on YouTube. Just want to plug him real quick because he's given us a lot of attention no matter where we go. We are currently in Germany at the moment. And no lie, we were on base, a small base at that. And we went to the VA Medical Center there. And we were sitting in the lobby along with maybe 8 to 10 other people. This guy walks up to us and he says, "Y'all not gonna believe this, but I know who y'all are." And because of the influence of Isaiah, yeah, I'm gonna plug you, bro, because I told him how he's changing lives and how I don't think, in all of his greatness, I don't think he realized how much he's walking in his gift and really, really affecting thousands, if not more, people's lives. Anyway, we're sitting in the visiting room, or the waiting room rather, outside the pharmacy. Guy walks up and says, "Hey, y'all not gonna believe this. I know who you are." So the Queenfish and I, obviously, we just start laughing right away. He was like, "Yeah, we'll believe it." He says, "No lie, I just subscribed to your channel yesterday." Or he said, "I just saw you yesterday." Something along those lines, that recently he saw us and now we're sitting in the lobby with no more than 10 other people. What are the odds of that? We traveled to Bangkok, Thailand from Tampa, Florida. We go from Bangkok to Ramstein, Germany. We go from Ramstein, Germany to a medical center. First thing in the morning, hardly anybody is there. We walk into the pharmacy where there's only 10 people waiting for their prescriptions, and one of those 10 people recognized the Queenfish and I. Anyway, shout out to Big Will. What's up, man? Why am I making this video? Because y'all know the Kingfish is kind of long-winded. Why am I making this video? A couple months back, you guys asked us to post some information regarding veterans and how you receive your care and your medication, and the benefits that unfortunately you're entitled to because of some type of disease, ailment, sickness, what have you. The veteran community is very tight and we look out for each other. And so I'm just trying to play my part here. Okay, so I figured because I didn't speak enough Thai in Bangkok, I pushed pause on getting medical information there, although subsequently I found out some more that I will share with you. But I said we pushed pause because all of a sudden we said we're going to go and visit our daughter, who is soon to have a baby. We're going to visit her in Germany. So I said, okay, well, I know they got military bases there, so I'll just go there and get the information that I need from people that speak better English or people who speak English exclusively, so that the process makes more sense to me. So first things first, the first thing that I want you to do before you leave the United States, this is very important. I want you to go to va.gov and I want you to sign up for the Foreign Medical Program. That's FMP for short, Foreign Medical Program. Takes all of 2 minutes, if that long, and you'll be approved and they'll let you know, they'll give you the paperwork that you need for that. Do that before you leave the States so that it is in place. If you are in Pattaya, you are in luck. If you are in Pattaya or not too far from Pattaya or can easily get to Pattaya, you are in luck. There is a program there, a clinic there. I believe it's called Veterans First. Other YouTubers have mentioned it. I believe we found out initially from a guy that lives down there called Chocolate Man. Shout out to Chocolate Man. So he did a video. So if you don't know who he is or watched his material from a veteran, a disabled veteran point of view, go and check him out. The second option is you can go to, I believe it's Bangkok International Hospital. And apparently they have something in place. Now this I cannot confirm, but this is the information that I received. But you can go there and apparently they will work directly with the VA to get you your care, your medication, and everything. This includes medication, not just care and treatment, by the way, because I have yet to receive any medication overseas yet. I reached out to the VA yesterday. Apparently something was sent on June 5th. Obviously I'm here in Germany, here in Germany, so I'll have to wait and see if it arrives to my mailbox back home in Bangkok. Anyway, so you got Bangkok Hospital. I'm told there is another one, Bamograd, also in Bangkok. Do you remember the name of that, baby? I think it's called Bamograd Hospital, also in Bangkok. I'm told will do it as well. Again, I cannot confirm that. The only one that I can confirm with some amount of assurance is Veterans First down in Pattaya. But here's where things get interesting. So yesterday, I go to the base, the medical center on base, and I wanted to get my meds filled. So I go to the pharmacy yesterday and say, hey, we don't have any any records of your medication or treatment or anything here. Are you with TRICARE? No, I'm not with TRICARE. I'm through the VA. The wife is with Champ VA. She says, oh, well, we don't have those records here. Now, listen up. Now, TRICARE is different, apparently. This is strictly for people who are dealing, not retired military, disabled vets that get their treatment from the VA exclusively. Okay, whether you're 100%, 90%, 70, 50, whatever, and you're entitled to health care, this video is for you. All right, so she says, well, we can't do anything here without a prescription. And I was like, wow, that's interesting. I'm here on the military base. I'm a military veteran, but okay, I get it. She says, however, there are 2 doctors out in town, just out the gate, that work with U.S. vets. They will see you, they will write a prescription for you, and then you can bring that back to the pharmacy and we will fill it. So I says, okay, now I get it. So keeping this in mind, going back to Bangkok, what I'm going to do, for those of you who are going to Thailand, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a doctor specifically that either can speak in English and write in English, more importantly, because they will need to write out their treatment and their medication, their prescription for you, because you're going to need to send that to the VA so that they can reimburse you that fee. There is a way, potentially, if they're able to do it, they can bill the VA directly, so you don't even have to put up anything at all. The other good thing is, if you do have to put up money, the price of what you're getting or having done is probably about 90% cheaper there than it is in the United States. So either way, it's a win-win. It's actually costing the VA less. You're still getting your medication, you're still getting your treatment, you're still getting your care, and the VA is still covering it at 100% in my case, or if you're 90%, 70, whatever is service connected, the VA will either reimburse you or they will pay the doctor directly. We had another question that asked, what do we do for churches out here in Thailand? As you know, 95% of Thailand is Buddhist and or Hindu. So there's not a lot of Christian influence, teaching, fellowships, and so forth out here that I have seen. I'm not saying it's not here, but we have not seen it. Being an ordained minister, I'm in a unique position because one of the other reasons that we had for coming to Thailand was to help spread the gospel of Jesus Christ here, all right? Not necessarily as a church or as a grouping or so forth, but as we come in contact with people, we share, we trade stories, and our desire is that what we share with them will rub off on them as we present to them the gospel of Jesus Christ, right? So, with that being said, you need to understand that I do want to start some type of Christian fellowship in Thailand, be it online or we meet at a gathering and break bread together, what have you. If there is enough interest in doing so, I will initiate that. Otherwise, I'll continue doing it on a one-on-one basis. I am not your typical preacher. Don't expect to have churches normal, because a lot of that I do not subscribe to. We're going to deal with scripture and nothing less, nothing more. Right? If the Bible don't say it, we're not even going to address it. It's just that simple. Right? I think too much has been done to hinder the flow of the true gospel, that people are not getting the message because it's been convoluted with all of this other garbage and entertainment and so forth. Not going to go into that now, but what other things did they ask us, baby?
I think the main thing was how do you utilize your benefits.
Just the benefits, right? Benefits, medication, treatment, the age difference, our location, church. Listen, we're starting to get noticed everywhere that we go. Don't be afraid to come up and say hi. I'm telling you, we are just ordinary people. We are not doing this for monetary purposes, although we are now monetized. Thank you all for jumping on and clicking and telling us how much you like and what you want to see and so forth. All right, so we're back here in Germany. Hopefully in the next couple days, we're going to get out and see something exciting. Right now, we are grabbing at straws, hoping to get something that would be of interest to you guys. But right now, it just flat out isn't happening. So give us another couple days. We have something.
In the inner city, so that makes a big difference.
So the Queenfish says we're not in the inner city. Baby, would you like to come over and join me? Because you're looking kind of good.
No.
Come here. Can you come sit next to me, please?
No.
Please? You going to turn me down in front of the world?
No.
Here, come on, sit next to Big Daddy.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, that's my sugar pudding, y'all. But, she looks so fine, don't you agree?
Focus.
Oh, I'm focused.
No, focus.
My vision ain't blurry.
That way.
Don't worry. All right, so that's basically it. I know, again, this is for veterans and Christians and Christian veterans or Christian expats or so forth. Anybody else who just wants to get together in fellowship, okay? No judgment. I don't care what your background is. We don't care what your background is. We came here to be a blessing to people, to help those that are less fortunate, and to make our stamp on the, I like when you look at me like that. Now I'm trying to preach now, and you just up here distracting me up in the front row of the congregation. Boy, y'all pray for the First Lady. She need help. But no, seriously, we've already adopted a family in Cambodia. Shout out to Brother Polo and his family. We've adopted 3 daughters and a grandbaby in Thailand. Shout out to Jasmine, Sanu, and Sophie, and Daniel, right? So we're out here doing things to make the world a better place, okay? So we're gonna end the video, right? But just in case you guys thought.
Just in case.
Come on. He ain't all.
Anyway, sorry.
Listen, the antics are real, okay?
All the time.
Right? My voiceovers, when y'all say I be doing my Barry White voice, and so that's how I talk. That's how I talk normally. I'm gonna
stay in my lane. I just use his voice for the videos.
She be using me.
I told him,
right?
I said, listen, I need your voice for this video.
So why don't I talk like this all the time? It's because back when I was still in corporate America, being a 6'2", 260-pound guy, that talk like this, walking up on people, came off intimidating.
I mean, maybe a little bit, but also the cancer kind of damaged your voice a little bit.
Yeah, my voice actually used to be lower than this.
It was
Anyway,
much deeper.
it was much deeper. You know what I mean? Make Barry White sound like a soprano. Feel me?
Focus.
But I was focused.
Closing out. We're both getting distracted.
Okay. And in my closing, I want you to know that we love you. We're glad you're here. Come back and see us. But no, seriously, this is us. We're going to try to put up something a little more engaging and entertaining.
Say it like that.
Well, I mean, not that I regret for what we're doing, because this is information that you guys asked for, right? So we're giving it to you, and we don't mind doing that. But we already had a comment on something we posted earlier. We're like, Germany's boring. We like the Thailand format better. And I would say, it happens. You know what I mean? But the one thing about it, don't ever expect the kingfish and the queenfish to slip up and flip up and switch up. It ain't gonna happen. This is who we are. If you don't like it,
I mean, you have that. It's your prerogative.
it's mine. All right, I'm clowning now, so we're gonna go ahead and hang up.
Oh my God.
Right. If you have any more questions, feel free to write them down below.
Like,
Comment,
and
subscribe.
subscribe. Deuces.
Deuces.